habits. This is an area that I've personally struggled with for a while. Even though I probably do eat better than the average person, I still am human, and there's times that I eat things that I know I shouldn't be. And I know at times where I probably get a little ungrounded, I kind of start to fall off the tracks, and I start eating things that really aren't the best for me. And that's when I start implementing these things to kind of get back on track. So I'm going to get straight into it. They hopefully will help you. They may not. Give them a go. That's all you can really do. The first thing that I do is small but frequent meals. I find if I space my meals out too far, it gives me too much time to think about stuff. And majority of the time I'm thinking about what I'm going to be eating next. So if I have frequent meals, I find the sooner the meal comes, the less time I have to think about and give in to other cravings, because I know another meal's coming in it. And generally some meals for me could just be a handful of nuts, just small meals. So I'm eating every 2 to 3 hours. The next one is doing mini fast. When I start kind of getting off the rails and really kind of not following my preferred diet, I guess what works for me, I do mini fast to kind of get me back on track. So I might do a 1 day water fast, or what works well, if you got to make a 100% commitment to not eating past 6-7 p.m. at night. So say your last meal's at 6:30, then you've got all the rest of that night, all that time sleeping, and that gives your body time to rest and recover. And it's about a 14-hour period where there's no food involved. So it's a mini fast in itself when you're doing that every single night. That can improve your life drastically. You're going to sleep better, a whole range of things. And another thing I do to kind of help with that, because I know it can be a hard habit to kind of break, I eat dinner and then I brush my teeth. So then I'm not tempted to eat something, because then I have to brush my teeth again, and I don't want to have to do that. So number 3 is drink plenty of water. Majority of people think that they drink enough water, but the reality is that they don't. A lot of people are dehydrated, some are chronically dehydrated, and it can cause a lot of problems. So make sure you're drinking quality water. Don't drink tap water, it's full of fluoride, and fluoride is toxic. Don't let them fool you. So yeah, drink plenty of water, and I drink large amounts of water in between my meals. I don't drink a lot of water right before or right after, because the water will dilute the digestive enzymes and you won't break down your food as good. But in between, about an hour after my meal, I'll start drinking a fair amount of water, and that kind of satisfies any cravings that I do get. It helps get rid of those cravings if you drink. And you'll be surprised that when you start drinking more water, you begin to actually start craving water. Your mouth gets dry. It's actually really strange. It's pretty cool though. So yeah, drinking water is a big one, and it may take weeks to actually rehydrate yourself, so keep that in mind. The other thing I do is I try to find healthy alternatives to fulfill my cravings. So for example, one of the things, a mid-afternoon snack that I use for me, it works, it's healthy, and it's kind of guilt-free. I get a sprouted rye bread with some almond butter, chop up some banana with some raw honey. I eat that and it tastes bomb diggity, and it is good. It helps, it keeps me regular. But rye bread may not work for you. You have to experiment and find things that work for you, because there is always healthy alternatives healthy alternatives that are going to satisfy your cravings, to help you stay away from the things that you know you shouldn't be eating. The last one is probably the biggest one, meditation. That is something that if I don't do for even a couple of days, I notice that I start to get ungrounded. I start getting in my head, and that's when I'll kind of really start giving in to all the cravings that I'm feeling. So meditating is a really big one. And if you can make a habit of doing that every morning for 10 to 20 minutes, and you keep that up for a month, you will notice massive differences, because you're training your willpower, your self-discipline, you're training your ability to focus your attention, and that will carry over to all areas of your life. And there's just a couple other things I just kind of thought of then, exercise. When I'm really into my training and really, really motivated, that's when I'm probably the most strictest on my diet, because I don't want to make my training not as powerful because my diet isn't making me optimal. So that kind of motivates me to eat healthy. So when I'm really motivated, I'm training every day. So exercise is important, obviously. There's also supplements you can use like L-glutamine. Apparently that really helps with sugar cravings. I use L-glutamine, but I don't really find it gets rid of cravings like that. But a lot of people have said that, so it's something you could try. And one other thing is just keeping busy. I notice if I'm really busy and I don't have time to kind of think about food so much, then it's really not an issue. It's more when I'm really bored and just sitting there doing nothing, being lazy. That's when I really start getting off the rails and eating the stuff that I shouldn't be eating. I hope this helps. If you listen this far, I'm grateful. Thank you.